Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of The Binding of Isaac, Laugh at the Ram edition. A little something different about this episode. I am doing post-commentary because apparently, for some reason, the computer didn't pick up my microphone as plugged in when I was recording it, so I did a bunch of commentary that didn't get recorded. So I'm just going back and redoing the commentary while it plays because it was a good challenge run. I don't want to spoil anything, but you know, there's a reason why I didn't re-record it. So yeah, I was talking a bit here about I know that there hasn't been an Isaac episode the other day, and that's because I was uploading Rogue Legacy, which was taking all day. It was just a long recording process or uploading process because the file sizes are still just unbelievably huge. And I was saying that maybe I would try to render them as 480 rather than 720 because I don't know if everyone is like super dedicated to 720 when they watch video gaming. Because I know when I watched video game videos, like Let's Plays and stuff, I always just watch them at 480. I don't care if they're in 720 or not, just because it really doesn't matter to me. But I don't know how everyone else feels. But, I mean, if it's the case that everyone is life and limb for 720, then I'll figure something else out. I was thinking maybe I would do, instead of like Isaac runs where it's one whole run is one video, I would just continuously record Rogue Legacy and just split it up into 15-minute segments and upload those, so it'd be shorter upload times. And you'd possibly be able to get them every day along with Isaac. But we'll find out. So yeah, we're moving on to Meat Boy Forever, or just Meat Forever, which basically starts you out with a Tier 4 Meat Boy. No item rooms, obviously, and you have to get to Mom's Heart to win. What can I say about this run other than it was really unbelievable the amount of shit that I was getting. Like shit as in good shit. Everything just was really playing in my favor. There were maybe one or two upsets, but that was just mostly involving a super stubborn demon beggar that wouldn't pay out. I don't think he did anyways. I can't actually remember now, which is weird because I literally just recorded this. But yeah, it's a long one, 50 minutes. Well, so far I don't know if I'll cut anything out at the end or not. So yeah, it's just one of those runs where the first time I did the challenges, I was new to the game, extremely new to the game, so the challenges were really hard for me to complete. So now whenever I think of the challenges, I always think of them as still really hard, and some of them are probably. I mean, the Purist, I never did finish the Purist, but at the same time, I have it in my head like I'm dreading these challenge runs because I've only played them when I was new at the game. I never played them really at my current skill level. So when I play them again, I'm like, oh my god, I am the greatest Isaac player in the world. But really, they're not that hard. I mean, starting out with a level 4 Meat Boy is, you know, pretty detrimental. I mean, you need other items to be able to really keep going. I mean, you can't just... You probably could go it alone on Meat Boy, but it's very unlikely. I doubt I would have been able to. But we were blessed with some... pretty decent items. And some items we hadn't picked up before. So we did get some new items in our collection, which is alright by me. But this is where all the time was spent in the video is in the arcades. Mostly just trying to get the blood bag, which I never did end up getting, which sucks. And the one time it did blow up, it was that fucking IV bag. That thing is just the bane of my damn existence, to be perfectly honest. I mean, it was fortunate that it did pop up when it did, when it blew up, and you'll see why when we get around to it. We're a few floors away yet, but I wasn't getting a whole lot of luck on the arcades. Well, I guess I can't say that, considering what's about to happen. But, and voila. So I can't say totally bad luck, but yeah. But what I wanted to have happen really didn't happen. Mostly, like, right now, I'm just mostly playing for hearts and keys. Because we want to be able to, now, especially now that we have, we've gotten a dollar bill, we want the shop. Because the shop is going to be our replacement for the item rooms. It's not going to give us as good of items, but it's going to at least give us something. So that's basically what I'm aiming for, along with trying to get another health upgrade plus speed upgrade out of the blood bag. I get fed up with it not pretty quick. I do spend longer than I should have in there. That should have been my key to fucking leave, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is alright. Now I remember. I couldn't remember what was my sign to leave there. I did end up getting Scat Toll, which is a nice item, really nice item if you get it early on, because a lot of the early floors, your biggest enemies or your most plentiful enemies are the flies, and they're a constant enemy throughout the entire game, and it makes it one less thing you have to worry about. I mean, everything from attack flies, black flies, I think they're called bloats or bloated flies or something like that. I can't remember now. And the fat flies. Did I say fat flies? The fat flies you don't have to worry about. They do no damage to you. They don't shoot at you. They'll follow you around, and I don't know if they all die when you hit them, but I know the regular black flies will die if you even touch them. But swarmers, boom flies, and red boom flies will still be able to hurt you, but they're slower. So they move on their pattern slower. And the candle was actually the best item I probably could have gotten out of the shop, because the candle always makes runs so much easier. I can tell you right now, the moment I picked up that candle, that was kind of when I knew, alright, we're pretty much set. It's going to take a hell of a whole lot to I mean, we would need some really douchey bosses along the way to make us not win this. I mean, it's still a possibility. The candle is not the be-all, end-all by any means at all, but it's still a big enough boon that you almost don't have to. You don't almost have to worry at all on the mom fight, because it makes the mom fight so quick. The only time you can't really use the candle that well on a mom fight is if it's red mom. Red mom is easy enough, but it'll take longer than a regular mom with the candle, just because she stomps so fast. You don't always have the appropriate amount of time to get a shot in at the doors with the candle. You can, but it's dangerous because, like I said, she stomps fast, and while you're Zeldaing that candle, you are like 50% slower than your normal speed. So it's tough. But at the same time, you don't even really need the candle for the red mom fight. It's almost a guaranteed win if you know the pattern well enough, but it just takes longer than a regular mom fight with a candle. So I'm kind of milking out the rest of that so I can go to the boss challenge room here. To boss challenge rooms, we were actually fortunate enough to get quite a few of them in the run. To give us items. Of course, I obviously wasn't too thrilled about the range up, but it comes in handy later, actually. The range up did come in handy later. I didn't foresee it I couldn't have foreseen it happening at this point, but I was pretty sour about the fact that we only had Mom's Heal. Health up is one of those things where I was like, man, I hope I get health up. That's all, because when I start a run, the first thing I think to myself is, if I don't get enough health, this is going to be a wasted run. That's always the first thing I think about. It's like, damage ups are great and all, and but even the most prolific attack items in the game, like Epic Fetus or Brimstone or anything like that, you can still, if you don't have enough health, I mean, you still need to have a little bit of leeway for taking damage, because if you don't, you're going to be shamefaced for dying with Epic Fetus in your hands, pretty much. And I've come close to killing myself a few times in the last run with Epic Fetus, and I took a lot of damage, but mostly I attribute that to because my keyboard was just doing some wonky shit, and I don't know what it is. Okay, start making a tally here. Number 1, Eternal Heart. I'm not going to use it, I'm just going to blow it up, try and get some health back. But of course, when you need the health, it never gives you health. So yeah, okay, so Eternal Heart number 1, Cellar 2. We're gonna keep count of this here, because this is one of those things that just kind of boggled my mind as I was playing, as far to how lucky I was. Famine, probably the easiest boss fight we've had. I think he charged once, and then that was pretty much it, and the head dead. After one shot off, he was done. He was gone. Deal with the Devil Room, I was excited about it until I actually walked in there, because Book of Belial is a really good item, but since tears aren't our major source of damage on this run, the candle has more constant damage output than Book of Belial will give us. Since we can use the candle multiple times in one room, we're basically just shooting tears to fill in the time between candle shots. Especially with Meat Boy around, pretty much chewing on everyone at the same time. So, as far as I'm concerned, candle trumps Book of Belial. Judgment, you know, this was the other part of the run. We got pretty lucky with judgments. We had a few of them throughout the run, which really helped. I don't mean to spoil everything before it happens. I'm not going to tell you what we got out of them or if we got anything out of them. But I will tell you, this was one stingy-ass fucking judgment. I mean, he wasn't stingy in the sense that it took a lot for him to pay out with items. It didn't, but at the same time, all he was paying out with was consumables for a long time. See, this is where the range up came in handy, because we got the number 1, and the number 1 gives you really high fire rate, but it stunts your distance, basically your range. It stunts it a lot, but I was testing it out there to make sure we had enough range, and it wasn't too bad. We've been getting this asshole a lot, and we actually did worse against him on this run than we have the last 2 runs we ran into him, which is weird because we had Meat Boy this time, and this is the point where I just gave up on attacking him. I'm just sitting in a corner and letting... There you go, 2. Okay, Soul Heart number 2, or Eternal Heart number 2, 1 Caves 2, 2 Catacombs 1. So 2 in a row. I'm leaving it there till after I fight the boss, because I don't have enough Soul Hearts to keep it cushioned. But yeah, ridiculous right there. Ridiculous. Oh man, the boss fights we got pretty lucky on, as far as to what bosses we got. I can't remember now, but I don't think we got any really douchey bosses. Oh my god, I'm getting yawn. Ugh. A little tired. Not too tired. I don't even know why I'm yawning. Probably because I'm sitting here talking and I'm not actually playing the game. So I'm having a conversation with myself without really... I'm having a conversation to myself, reacting to things I already know I've done. Which is weird. I've never done post-commentary before. And I don't... It's definitely something I hope I never have to do again, just out of the sheer inconvenience of it. But I mean, also if I was going to... God damn it, even now my phone is just going off. My brother's in the city, and I gave him $20 because he said he was going to the mall, and I told him if he saw a nice hat to buy it for me. Because I lost one of my hats and need a new one. So anyways, what the fuck was I saying? I don't remember now. Fuck. Huh. Oh yeah, yawning. For one, that the yawn reminded me. Yeah, post commentary, I will never just decidedly do it. Pretty much. It's a lot harder than having a natural reaction to things that are happening to you in real time, rather than just trying to react to things that you already know are going to happen. So we're pretty much cycling through pills. This is twice. It's been, I don't know why they've been doing it, but that's the first out of, I think, several times that happens in this run where it drops both pills right on top of each other, so I have to sit there and try to pick up the one that I want, or to even see if it's one that I'm going to want. So we haven't fought the boss yet. I was checking my phone to see what my brother wanted. Yeah, longest run we've had since the refresh, I think. I'm pretty sure. We screwed around a lot. I can't remember what we're doing. I think we had enough bombs to go check for the secret room and the super secret room. I can't remember if I checked for super secret room or not. But we've definitely been hitting up, and just every dimes. We've had a lot of dimes, actually, drop in this run. Money was just fucking outstanding. We didn't even need it. We hardly used it. Ah, geez. Did we check? I can't remember if I checked the super secret room on the last floor now, or... Alright, so, Blighted Ovum. Another one of those bosses that it's really easy. But the Candle and Meat Boy are both kind of shite for this, because he's too fast that Meat Boy can't really keep up with him, and the Candle doesn't do the max damage potential that it could be, because he just runs right past the flame so fast, which is kind of a pain. But at the same time, it's not a hard boss to begin with if you have the right room setup as far as the rocks go. I mean, even in the least amount, it's not too hard, but you have to keep a wide enough circle that the creep will disappear as you go to do a lap around. And the guy in the middle, basically, you don't ever even have to fucking worry about. I mean, as long as you stay off the same level that he's on, he won't even do anything. The most damage he'll do is after the big guy dies, and then he follows suit and dies, and shoots a shot at you and might actually hit you with it. But it's negligible amount of damage unless you've only got half a heart left. So we took a chance at finding the super secret room. We didn't find it with that bomb. I don't know if we ever look again, actually. Do we look on this floor again? No? Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, this is where Meat Boy's super huge penis. And like, why would he go that way? And he almost kicked it around to me again. Luckily I checked again. I was kind of pissed. I was just gonna walk off. But, well, I guess never mind, because it was a shitty secret room. It wouldn't have been had there been an arcade on this floor, because that would have been great. Well, no, because I would have already picked up the Eternal Heart, and I would have had to waste it if I wanted to play the Blood Bank, because the Blood Bank will take the Eternal Heart first. Okay, because Eternal Hearts work like... It's like a Soul Heart, but it acts as a Red Heart. So if you take damage from something that will immediately take a red heart instead of a soul heart, such as Demon Judgment or the Blood Bank, regardless of whether or not you have soul hearts or not, it will take your Eternal Heart first, because it counts as a red heart, and it's in front of all your other red hearts. Kind of a pain. But I mean, if you have soul hearts and you get hit by anything else that would just take damage to your soul hearts first, which is pretty much just enemies, spikes, cursed rooms, self-sacrifice rooms, anything like that, it'll take your soul hearts and leave your Eternal Heart alone. So the floors have been really easy, especially with the... I forgot about the motors. Those were motors. They also don't do anything to you with Scat's Hole. And sometimes I forget about that I even have Scat's Hole. So, like, I'm constantly dodging flies even though they're not going to attack me, and I don't even question the fact that they're beelining it towards me. So it's a good thing we did go to all the arcades, though, because we unlocked the game kit. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, so we got the game kit. Did we unlock anything before this? Oh, right. I totally forgot to mention. I played this... This is one of those things that I mentioned during the intro, but forgot to mention here. I played this a couple times off camera today, and it's the only time I have since I've refreshed, but I only did it because I was showing my younger brother, the game, because I was going to get it for him, but I wanted to see if he liked it or not. And so he played a couple times. He didn't do too bad for his first time. I mean, he died on the first... Well, okay, to his credit, on the first time he played, he died at the boss on the first floor, but only because he got Headless Horseman for a first boss, which is like the shittiest first boss you could ever get on the first floor when it's the first time you've ever played the game, ever. So that was incredibly bad luck on that part. But he did die at him. But he did pretty good against him. But he didn't know. I forgot to tell him not to walk on the creep. And I was like, don't walk on the creep. He's like, what's the creep? Don't walk on the red stuff. But there's red stuff everywhere. And I was like, don't walk on the glowing red stuff. But by that time, it was too late. And then the second time he got Monstro on his first floor. And he beat Monstro. And he went to the, let's say, basement 2. And then he cleared basement 2 fine, and then he got Famine, and then he almost had Famine dead, but Famine killed him. But again, he got screwed there too, because he got the blue champion Famine, which constantly charges, and he doesn't know the patterns or anything, so... I mean, that's kind of he got really unlucky with bosses. But for his first time ever playing the game, you know, he did pretty good. Yeah, I was showing him the game. And then I played once to kind of show him after that, to show him what the game is, just, you know, show him how a pro does it, basically. And I didn't really unlock anything, you know. I played it. I unlocked the Book of Sins. That was the only unlock I had. I beat Mom, and I got to the womb, but I died before I got to Mom's heart. So that's that in a nutshell. I also had him play Rogue Legacy, and I think he likes Rogue Legacy more than he likes The Binding of Isaac. I think that's more his kind of game. But yeah, I have played a lot of Rogue Legacy off camera. I wanted to get better, and I also didn't want to constantly... I keep wanting to play the game. I really love the game, but I didn't want to record every time I wanted to play the game, because if I did, I'd be sifting through like 5 hours of gameplay footage right now, and I wasn't even sure how I wanted to record the game And so basically, I shoved all those red hearts in the corner, because this is where I was glad the IV bag popped if it was going to pop. Because basically, I was getting hearts on the screen, so I could go have enough to replenish my health, because I wanted to lose my health to go to the boss trap room, the boss challenge room. And so I pushed the hearts in the corner so they'd be out of the way. And oh man, this is where luck was like, yeah. So you remember that we went to the deal with the devil room. We did reject it, I guess. So there was that. We did reject it. I didn't take that into consideration. So we grabbed the Joker. We're happy to have it, pretty much. This whole time I've been cheering for money is power. If we got money equals power, we'd be pretty set on damage, and it would make me kind of wish I had the Book of Belial, just because of how much shot speed that I have. But bam, because we ditched Deal with the Devil that one time, and I forgot about that. All I remembered is that we went to the Deal with the Devil. We got the Deal with the Angel. We got the Holy Grail, which gives us flying and a health up. Really lucky to have, especially since there's shit all over that I couldn't get before. And we're also really lucky that it dropped the IV so we could continue to lose health without losing our soul hearts. Otherwise, we'd have to just find something to hit us a bunch. And since we're flying, we wouldn't be able to use spikes. We'd have to run into bombs or some shit. So I'm not sticking with the flat penny. I'm just picking it up while I pick up all the money so I can have all the keys. Never going to use them all, but just on the off chance, you know. If you can get them, you might as well get them. No point in not. You're not losing out on anything. So we've got the required health, minimum health that we need to go into the boss challenge room and hopefully get another nice item, or just any nice item. That's basically what this whole run was, because we don't have item rooms, is just finding any possible way to get any item. And health up, we're just like plowing through the health upgrades at this point. So many of them. I kind of wished we had gotten more Deal with the Devil rooms, because I would have gladly spent a lot on anything, really. Fucking brimstone would be fine. Brimstone and candle, that's an amazing combination. Because you can fire brimstone, shoot your candle, and the candle will stay out there long enough to continuously do damage while you're holding up another shot for brimstone. And you can kind of go back and forth with that. So I'm trying to remember if it was here we just randomly... Yeah, we did. Okay, so we go back. We're getting our health back. Playing this douchebag a couple more times, and I'm not even sure why. He hasn't paid out for shit except for Scat's Hole that one time. You know, we started out this run scared that we weren't going to get any keys, and we're having to play all of the 3-card money and the slot machines to try and get keys, and here we are with more keys than we'll ever need in this run ever. But yeah, I'm not even sure why we continue playing this guy. I think we blow him up here. Yeah. Better off dead. So now we have Bad Gas. We don't really have much in our rotation. We have Speed Up in our rotation. Pretty Fly in our rotation. Yeah, we just... Oh, that sucks too. We just spent one random bomb for the super secret room and found it, and it was that crappy room. It's not a terrible room, but at the same time, I would have rather had something else. So here we get to see what we do definitely have. Pretty Flies. That's Speed Up? Yep, that's the Speed Up, and these are Luck Down. Yeah, those are Luck Down pills. I think we end up using the Luck Down pills anyways, because if the word around the block is correct, the lower your luck is, the more chances you have to get golden chests on floors. And we have so many keys that is exactly what we want, is just lots of golden chests. Unfortunately, that was never really the case. We didn't get much out of the way of golden chests. So you see the flies are just running towards us, and the boom fly is super, super slow, and that's all because of Scat's Hole. So another luck down, and we took that just to kind of facilitate the process, to kind of see if we can get more gold chests or not. Again, I'm pretty sure we didn't get much out of the way of gold chests. But at this point, I guess it doesn't matter, because we've still got quite a few minutes to go before the video's over, but we're pretty close to done. We're more than halfway there. We got this floor, then the next floor to fight Mom, and then we got Womb, and then Womb 2 for Mom's Heart. And we've been doing pretty good. I mean, actually, we've been doing excellent. The amount of health upgrades we've been getting, all of the Eternal Hearts, I'm pretty sure I probably forgot to count one or two of them. But I think in total we ended up getting 4 Eternal Hearts in the one run, and they were just like one floor after the other getting them, which is pretty goddamn crazy. We didn't get them on the last floor, I guess, did we? That trade is so annoying. So yeah. Excuse me. The one challenge room we go into that's not a boss challenge room, and it had an item in it anyways. Poison Touch, which is admittingly not my favorite syringe item. Would have rather had growth hormones, but still, it's nice to have on the off chance that we get, well, not even on the off chance, because you know, we're just likely to get hit. See, there you go, another fucking Eternal Heart dropped off of that, so we'll leave that one there. Here's the fucking Demon Judgment. So now I was explaining there that we have to remember to, if we're going to play Demon Judgment, we have to play him before we pick up the Eternal Heart, because he will take the Eternal Heart first, even if we have Soul Hearts. We don't at the moment. I think we will when we get around to it. I actually don't remember, but it's the little things, because sometimes it's easy to forget that you're going to do things that will cost you health on this floor. That is even not just beside fighting enemies. You know, going to blood banks, going to the cursed rooms. I never go to the self-sacrifice rooms, but going to demon judgments, stuff like that, and that they cost health, and you don't think about that before you're doing it, so you just all willy-nilly picking up your Eternal Heart, and then all of a sudden you're either going to lose that Eternal Heart or negate the ability to play any of the demon judgments, the blood banks, the cursed rooms, the self-sacrifice rooms. And so it's one of those things you have to keep in mind, because otherwise you're going to waste one of the two things. I get scared. Like, that's one of those points where I forgot that they can't hurt me, so I like flew over the rock, shot my candle, and then flew back real quick. Yeah, I was pretty goddamn ecstatic to see we were fighting the Fallen, and again, I was sitting here going, oh, please, God, please, give me money equals power for the whole fight. And it really doesn't matter what I get from them. The fact that we even get a deal with the devil item is, for just a boss fight for free, is amazingly awesome. But we ended up getting the Pact. But the Pact is good, because that gives us the 2 Soul Hearts we need and a damage upgrade. So we got 3 Soul Hearts out of that fight. We replenished the full health afterwards. And we have 2 half hearts on the map, which allows us to play the Demon Judgment twice before we go pick up our Eternal Heart. And of course, you know me, sometimes I get a little ambitious about things, so I ended up playing them a lot more. Well, I was like, okay, well, we'll play them 3 hearts worth and then the 1 heart worth on there, because we have 3 soul hearts to make up for it. But he's just Demon Judgments are fucking scam artists, little scumbags, because unlike judgments, regular judgment, regular beggar has to pay out within 5 cents. I've explained this before. Yeah, regular judgment, regular beggar has to pay out within 5 cents. If he does not pay out an item within 5 cents, he will pay out on that 5th cent. Always. So on the 5th cent or anything before. Demon Judgment doesn't work by those rules. He doesn't have to pay out shit, no matter what you give him. And so you could sit there and deplete almost your entire bank of health, and he will give you fuck all for it. So that's a gamble. I mean, it's a tougher gamble than regular judgment, because this is your life force that you're giving up, basically, for an item that he may or may not even give you. So again, me boys kicking around my damn bombs. like a jackass, and I'm double checking just to make sure it didn't get kicked out of the hitbox for the secret room. It didn't. I was hopeful, but it didn't. In fact, I think I waste all my bombs. Oh, no, I didn't. But again, we got more money than we need. I pick up all the pennies, even though it doesn't matter because I can't go over 99 cents. But I'm just kind of like sometimes OCD about that. Just if it's on the floor, I have to pick it up. Unless I'm like strategically leaving it there for some reason. Like the hearts. Well, I'm not going to pick those up because I need this and this and this. So now we're on the last floor before the womb. And we'll have to fight Mom. And right now we're just kind of hoping for something good in the shop, because we can see there's a mini-boss on the floor already, so that means greed won't be in the shop. And we have the Steam sale, so whatever will be in there that we can get will be half off. I actually don't remember what the hell was in there either. Oh yeah, I remember now. You'll see. I remember what's in there. It was a useless item, but I couldn't remember if we had it or not, so I picked it up. Hindsight, we probably did have it. I'm sure I've picked it up before out of the shop, but better safe than sorry. And what else am I going to use my fucking money on? I mean, we're at the home stretch basically of the game, and we've got 96 cents, and we just keep getting more and more money. Every time we dip below 99, we end up getting more money to put it right back up there again. So if I'm not using it, I'm losing it. Well, not really, because the game is over, but so, oh no, it was a map. I was wrong. Never mind. I must have already picked it up then. I picked up the ladder earlier in the video. I wasn't paying attention. I'm watching it, but when I start getting into stories that has nothing to do with what I'm doing currently on the game, I just stop watching the game. So sometimes I forget, or I zone out. Like, I'm not paying attention to the game because I don't have to. So I kind of zone out. Maybe that's why I'm yawning so much. I need to stop talking about yawning, or I'm going to yawn again. I'm going to make all you yawn by talking about yawning. Or I'm going to yawn really loud. God. Alright, how many of you yawned? That's the worst part about post-commentary that I've just now found out. Your brain isn't as active because you don't have to pay attention to the game, really. So it's just kind of like, oh man, I gotta sit here for an hour and talk while watching something I just did 5 minutes before starting the editing. You know, I was really hoping to... I didn't think about it till after the fact, but I was kind of hoping I would have gotten, like... what is it called for the depths? Is it Dark Boy? I'm pretty sure it's Dark Boy or Bat Boy or some shit like that. I think it's Dark Boy. But yeah, the no damage achievements. I mean, again, I've already have the one for the basement, but I don't have Spelunker Boy. I don't have Bat Boy. I think might be the caves, or is that Spelunker Boy? Like, I don't remember. One of the ones in Mama's Boy for the womb, because there was a lot of these floors where if we hadn't played the blood bank, we either didn't take any or took very small amounts of damage. So I felt like if I had been in the mindset of not wanting to take damage, I could have, God, I'm gonna put up a fucking counter for how many times I yawn. It's ridiculous. So professional of me. But yeah, I feel like I could have maybe gotten some of those achievements. And again, this is like the second time. Like, we tried to get... Was it on the last video, I think? We tried to get Mama's Boy going through the womb in Womb 1. And we'd gone through one of them without taking any damage. And then on Womb 2, we took damage. We took 1 damage, I think. We got hit once. I was so angry about that. So we were really, really close to getting Mama's Boy, which really is probably the hardest one to get out of all of them. And this, okay, there you go. Eternal Heart dropped randomly off one of the fucking champion nights. Like, that's so crazy. It's so crazy. We didn't pick it up though because I forgot we were fighting Mom. I'm gonna say this so you can't complain about it in the comments. Like, actually, post commentary is good about this because sometimes people don't realize that when people play the game and they miss shit, they end up knowing they miss shit because they have to watch the video when they render it, and then we're already kicking ourselves because we missed something. And then someone in the comments is like, oh, you know, you can't get that Eternal Heart because you can't leave Mom's boss room after you've beaten her. I know that now. I knew it as it was happening. Well, I didn't think of it as it was happening, but after it happened, I'm like, oh shit, that's right. I can't get the Eternal Heart now. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we made the mistake of leaving it there, thinking I could get it after the boss fight. And I don't think I even got hit on the boss fight, so it would have been alright to have taken it with me regardless. I think I was just being better safe than sorry at that point. Or was, you know, in my mind, I was. It's like, oh, we could probably beat the boss without taking damage, but at the same time, we just want to make sure. Yeah, I don't know why I forgot it was Mom. Or maybe I didn't, I just forgot that. Oh, are we going back to get it? Oh, no, okay. Okay, I swear to God we left it there. But if I go back and pick it up in this video, I'll be just as surprised as everybody. Which is sad, because I'm the one playing the fucking game. Or do we pick it up? Oh, we do pick it up. Okay. Man, I feel like I'm watching someone else's video right now. I'm surprised. I'm like leaning in to my keyboard here and like into the microphone, so it's probably getting louder. It's like, what do I do next? Now I don't remember. I can't believe I didn't remember that. Like, this whole time I was like, no, we forgot it there. We definitely forgot it there. Oh, my memory, man. But I feel like I'm two different people when I'm recording and when I'm not recording, or like playing the game. So, like, my brain shuts off. Like, a different part of my brain is active than my everyday part of the brain when I'm playing this game. And then when I'm done playing this game and I swap sides of my brain, I completely forgot what the other brain was ever doing or thinking. It's a weird way to explain it, and it probably makes me sound like I have some mental disorder, but is no one else that way? Like, you zone out when you're doing something, and then when you're no longer zoned out doing that thing, you almost don't remember anything about what you were doing or thinking while you was doing it. It's weird. It's weird. It's just like there's a switch there. So yeah, we did get it. We did pick up the Eternal Heart. We didn't lose it. And we picked up a health upgrade, so we got 2 health upgrades for that floor, and we're pretty much almost, well, we're not almost maxed out on health, but goddamn, if this were a Rebirth, we'd be maxed out, since on Rebirth you won't be able to get more than 12 hearts. Ever. So, looking forward to that. Luckily on this, I'm pretty sure Macmillan has said that it was not intentional to be able to get more than 12 hearts. It was meant to be capped out at 12, but it just didn't get coded that way, I guess. Either way, it wasn't intentional. So Rebirth will be fixing that. Really looking forward to Rebirth. I don't know how I feel about the pixel art way that they're going. I mean, he's doing it because he put out a poll and everyone said, oh, do it in the pixel art. So I mean, it looks alright, but at the same time, I don't know, man. I guess I'd have to play it to find out. I'm not gonna be judgmental of it now. In fact, I might like it. But at the same time, the only reason I'm not saying is because I really like the art of this game already as is. But, you know, a little change doesn't hurt anybody. So we picked up the High Priestess, but we're going to switch it out for the Empress again because we can't use a High Priestess on It Lives or Mom's Heart. The foot would just stomp on us, and we kind of want to keep a card for the fight. As easy as it's going to be anyways. So we got the Ankh. I can't remember if we... Yeah, we've picked that up before since the refresh, so... But... And we're never going to need it on this, but at the same time, like, I was like, oh man, I was hoping for the Ankh. But we wouldn't need it, and we've already picked it up before. Had I had a D6, I would have re-rolled that item. Well, maybe not, because that would mean I wouldn't have the candle, and things would be different. Probably. Well, maybe not, because you re-roll a secret room item. There's a chance, especially if you get like the secret room right away, like it's attached to the floor you came in on, or the room you came in on. And you open it up right away, you already know it's there, you pop it open, you see in the secret room item, and you have a D6. You're like, oh man, I'm gonna re-roll this now, and if it's not what I want, I have all these rooms to get extra charges to re-roll it again. Because you can only get secret room items in secret rooms until that pool has run dry before you start getting normal items. Fairly certain. And amongst those secret room items, well, there's some shitty shit. Well, I mean, the Ankh isn't really shitty. You know, you got the Ankh, you got the noose. Bob's rotten head can drop in there. There's shitty items like the key, the chariot, or the unicorn horn. My little unicorn isn't shitty, but if I'm sitting there re-rolling items in the secret room, that's not the secret room item I want. What else can you get in there? Liver. You can get liver. That's really good. That's just straight 2 health upgrades with no repercussions for it. You know, you got Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus. You got those are good, really good items. Both of the, well, no, Dr. Fetus isn't in there. I don't think. I think it's just Epic Fetus. We got to go deeper. The shovel, you can get that, which is shitty. I would never take that. Someone is calling me right now. I'm going to text him back right now. But yeah, you won't be able to hear me. So yeah, I mean, you get that. You can re-roll an item. This, like I've had that before where I found the secret room, but it wasn't right away. But I tried to milk every re-roll I could possible to get an Epic Fetus. It never worked out in the end, but if you do it right away, if you're set in that position, you can. So be prepared for the easiest fucking boss fight in the world right here. With the candle, we pretty much just... Okay, we only took that damage because I dodged upward to try and not get hit by the Hushed Maw, since they explode in a 4-way when they die. But I dodged up instead of down, and I dodged right into the fucking bomb. But we beat it. So we've gone how many challenge runs now without dying in a row? Over half of them. There's only 2 challenge runs left. 2 challenge runs left that we haven't done. Which is... Isaac was good today, and... Spider Boy, I think? Pretty sure. Yeah. And then we have to play the actual game to unlock the Cathedral, or Shoal, I mean, so we can do the Purist. But yeah, so we got that. We unlocked the Quarter, and we unlocked the SMB Superfan out of this run. Really good run, and I was really happy that we got it, and that we kind of kept on with our trend of not dying, basically. So it was good stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and I need to end this video now because my brother keeps calling me. So I will see you guys next episode, and until then, peace.